Warning, this is a completely unscripted video response that may or may not turn into a ramble, tangent, or soapbox or rant. So, here it goes. Thanks for landing on my channel, which I have been calling Bipolar Brilliance since its inception, and also haven't posted in a minute, partially because of a series of existential type crises, somewhat having to do with the accuracy or validity or relevance of my diagnosis of bipolar disorder, which I have had for I don't know, a dozen years or so. And also having to do with sort of, if, just to put an easy title on it, imposter syndrome. And who am I to even tell people how to deal with this anyway? And probably also just because life has been happening and happening and happening, and I have been so wrapped up in that, very good and very bad. Yeah. So, so now the question, and goodness gracious, Gregory Scott, if you are watching this, this was inspired by your video about the full moon in Virgo, and I love your channel, and you questioned whether one would do better to, what was it? Adapt oneself to the world in order to succeed, and kind of like maybe just not being true to themselves, or kind of be who they are. And it sounded like the assumption was like, and just suffer the consequences, maybe not do so well in the world. And I just want to say, first of all, I am so appreciating your vulnerability and going on, along with the trigger warning about going through it right now. I can see the struggle. And I want to say that I can relate to like the endless self-critic, and whether that's because I have a north node in Virgo, and probably like half of my major personal planets in um Virgo and or Libra, and houses of health and routine, as well as relationships and service. Anyway, who the fuck knows? But excuse my French. Anyway, but that's kind of the point in a way. I guess I'm trying to get to the point here. What's the point? I don't even know. The point, I guess I will say I'm fortunate because I work in a field where it's actually a qualification of the job to have certain diagnoses. I'm a recovery coach. Maybe we'll become a peer support specialist. So it's literally like something that the employer would be allowed to ask for the job that I have, because it's a qualifier for the job. And what a relief that was. Because speaking of diagnoses, I just really recently just inquired of my current psychiatric practitioner, who's not an MD, but this is a person that does my med reviews and prescribes my meds. And and I was like, well, what diagnoses are in my chart anymore anyway? And I am still like digesting this fact that I found out that I do actually officially have, in addition to the bipolar and ADHD, which I've known for a long time, also generalized anxiety disorder and OCD and PTSD related to work, related to employment. And now, don't get me wrong, like, I definitely have probably self-diagnosed those in some way or other, but like seeing that, on paper, it's still, you know, and so, and this practitioner said, well, the PTSD related to employment was already there prior to when we started seeing one another. So obviously it had carried over from someone else. And, it makes sense because, to kind of make a longer story shorter, I have been straight up discriminated against based on my mental illness in a job setting. And this was at a company that really professes to be so positive about that stuff. And that wasn't the official reason that they gave, of course. It was some bullshit. Wow, am I actually going to put this up? Anyway, I'm on my lunch hour right now, by the way. So, and the difference between a straight up lie and bullshit, by the way, is a lie is just like, you're clearly just like basically stating something opposite to the facts. Do you like Doritos? No. Or do you like Doritos? If I said yes, that would be a lie. If I said, well, I don't really ever eat them, but, blah, blah, that would be BS. There's actually a philosophical treatise called On Bullshit that I highly recommend. Anyway, I don't edit any of these things. I am posting this, and I'm really not afraid of getting fired from my current job. Not going to mention where I work, of course, because that would not be bueno. But I do feel that, by and large, I can be who I am and thrive for it. Well, okay, so thrive is kind of like a, let's not split hairs here, because Lord knows I can make more money. So, but I have a stable, enjoyable employment with a retirement and benefits and work-life balance. And I can be who I am. But then the question becomes, well, who actually am I anyway? And that was going to be my next video. Wanted to dust off this channel. It's been way too long since I've posted anything like regularly. And if this helped you in any way, I'm going to kind of wrap it up here. Please, remember to do all the things. Like it, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, share it. The reason that I call this channel Bipolar Brilliance is because I truly do believe in my heart of hearts that having this bipolar disorder, and turns out a whole bunch of other alphabet soup, is a blessing in disguise, because I consider it an early warning system. It's like a fine tuning, like a vehicle that requires premium fuel, a race car. I can do really brilliantly amazing things, but if I don't treat my brain and body and spirit well, then it's going to tell me early. So I could go on, but I won't. So anyway, I hope that sort of speaks to the question, and also there are many jobs where a person can be who they are and be that well, and I don't think it's an all or nothing thing. I continue to try to own my gifts, and I do feel like there's been a shift lately with my solar plexus area, all that yellow energy. Thank God, because I've been needing some healing there. So more will be revealed. Until next time, take care of yourself first so you can be there to take care of others. Bye.